Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So now we are going to take a look at lecture 5, Database System Development Lifecycle, part 1. In this lesson, we will describe database development lifecycle and explain information system lifecycle. Proliferation of software applications requiring constant maintenance. Maintenance absorbs resources such as projects are over budget, late, unreliable, difficult to maintain and perform poorly. It could lead to the issue of software crisis, later on referred to as software depression. Information system is the resources that enable the collection, management, control and dissemination of information throughout an organization. Database is a fundamental component of an information system. Life cycle of an organization's information system is inherently linked to the life cycle of the database system that supports it. There are 11 steps involved in database system development life cycle. The first one is database planning. It is the management activities that allow the stages of the database system development life cycle to be realized as efficiently and effectively as possible. There are 3 issues to be addressed here. The first one is identification of enterprise plans and goals with subsequent determination of information system needs. The second one, evaluation of current information system to determine existing strengths and weaknesses. The third one, appraisal of IT opportunities that might yield competitive advantage. There are 3 steps in database planning. First, find what is the problem. The second one, state the objective. And the third one is determine the development of standards. The second step is system definition. It describes the scope and boundaries of the database system and the major user view. User view define what is required of database system from perspective of a particular job role such as manager or supervisor. Second one, enterprise application area such as marketing, personnel or stock control. The third step is requirements collection and analysis. It is a process of collecting and analyzing information about the part of organization to be supported by the database system and using this information to identify users' requirement of the new system. It includes a description of data used or generated, details of how data is to be used or generated, and any additional requirements for new database system. Step number 4 is database design. It is a process of creating a design for a database that will support the enterprise's mission statement and mission objective for the required database system. There are few critical success factors for database design. The first one, work interactively with the users as much as possible. The second one, incorporate structural and integrity considerations into data models. Use a database design language, DBDL, to represent additional data semantic. Follow a structured methodology throughout the data modeling process. Combine conceptualization, normalization, and transaction validation techniques into the data modeling methodology. Build a data dictionary to supplement the data model diagrams. Employ a data-driven approach. Use diagram to represent as much of data model as possible. And the important part, be willing to repeat steps. There are few criteria to produce an optimal data model. The first one, structural validity. It is a consistency with the way enterprise defines and organizes information. The second one is simplicity. Ease of understanding by information system professionals and non-technical users. The third one is expressibility, ability to distinguish between different data, relationships between data, and constraint. Non-redundancy means exclusion of extraneous information, in particular the representation of any one piece of information exactly once. Shareability means not specific to any particular application or technology and thereby usable by many. Extensibility means ability to evolve to support new requirements with minimal effect on existing users. Integrity means consistency with the way enterprise uses and manages information. Diagrammatic representation, ability to represent a model using an easily understood diagrammatic notation. There are few approaches in database design. The first one is bottom-up approach. This is we do a process of normalization. The second one is top-down approach. It begins by identifying the different entity types and the definition of each entity's attributes. Inside out, special case of a bottom-up approach. This approach starts with the identification of set of major entities. Mix uses both the bottom-up and top-down approach, intent of following any particular approach for various parts of the data model before combining it all. Data modeling is used to assist in understanding the meaning of the data and to facilitate communication about information requirements. There are three phases in database design. The first one is conceptual database design, followed by logical database design and physical database design. We will describe one by one after this. Step number 5 is about DBMS selection. This is an optional step. We will do selection of an appropriate DBMS to support the database system because sometimes we already have what kind of DBMS that we are going to use in the database system. The main steps in selecting DBMS are: define terms of reference of study, shortlist 2 or 3 products, evaluate the products, and recommend selection and produce a report of pros and cons. Step number 6 is application design. The design of user interface and application programs that use and process the database is being done here. Database design and application design are parallel activities. The main activities in this step is transaction design for retrieval, update and mixed transaction, and also user interface design. Step number 7 is prototyping, building working model of a database system. The main purpose of developing a prototype database system is to allow users to use the prototype to identify the features of the system that work well or are inadequate. Number 8 is implementation. It is a physical realization of the database and application design. You will start coding here. Step number 9 is data conversion and loading. Sometimes you need to transfer the existing data into a new database and convert any existing application to run on a new database. Step number 10 is to do the testing, process of running the database system with the intent of finding errors. Step number 11 is operational maintenance, process of monitoring and maintaining a database system following installation. So for now, see you again in the next part. Thank you.